Hello and welcome to our sixth grade. Can you hear me? Okay. Welcome to our sixth grade winter orchestra concert. Probably a lot of your child's first orchestra concert. We're so excited that you are here. My name is Jennifer Parker. I'm the 6th through 12th grade orchestra teacher, and I am assisted by Mr. Scholes. He's probably backstage. He is doing the violin class this year because my schedule is so full I can't fit all of it in. But I do go, we switch places sometimes, and I've been able to work with the violin class throughout this year as well. So we are excited to show you what your students have learned since they started in August. I will tell you, this is the shortest orchestra concert you will ever go to. We'll be done in probably 15 minutes, but that's okay. And thank you so much for coming on snow day night. The roads were fine, and we have concert after concert after concert in December, and it would have been really, really difficult to reschedule it. So thank you so much for bringing everybody here, even on a snow day. So we're going to I call this an informant. It's like an informational performance, where we're kind of showing you along the way what your students did as they were learning. So when I first got them, and Mr. Scholes first got them, well, they didn't even know how to sit right in their chair. So we had to show them how musicians sit with proper posture in their chair. And then they got to unpack their instrument and put the shoulder rest on and get the pins out and do all that. And then they tried to hold the instrument, and that was a whole other thing. So then we had to show them how to do proper posture with their instrument and get everything lined up for their body, make sure their instrument fits them right. And the first step was to learn the names of their strings. And they did get the bow out at first. They plucked with their finger, and that is called pizzicato. So we're going to show you the very first song that they learned. It's a short one. It's called the And Song. So they finally got to learn about how to take care of their bow, and we're like, okay, so how do you hold the bow? And then they came up with all kinds of things. So then we worked really hard to get a proper bow hand, show them your awesome bow hand, curved thumbs, curved fingers, everything looking great. And this is going to help them get a really good sound on their bow. So then, speaking of sound with their bow, then they went to go put that bow on their string, and we got these kinds of sounds. So we talked about what it takes to make a good sound, being in the middle of what we call the roads, hitting one string at a time, having the right amount of weight. And so they had a song where they didn't have to worry about their left hand, but they had to worry about their right hand. And it was their first quiz, and it was called the Olympic Challenge. Okay, so you guys have frets all along. We don't have that. We have just one black fingerboard, and they have to know where to put their fingers. So until they're ready, they need some stickers to help them. So this next one, they combined their left hand fingers plus their bow, and they played a basic D major scale. For the whole orchestra. So then the next thing that we did, we finally got to play music that people recognize. And in doing this, I gave them an extra challenge. They have to pluck with their finger for one time through, and then play with their bow. But the big challenge is holding onto their bow while they were plucking it at the same time. This is called Mozart Melody. That's just because it's a lot of different tunes, such as Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and ABC and Baa Baa Black Sheep. Okay, so now we get to the holiday portion of our concert, and they're going to play for you Jingle Bells with the bow. for sixth grade, and that's not easy to do. That's another challenge that we have in spring, is that our bows need to match. So they have so many things firing in their brain when they play string instrument. That's why we started slow, one hand at a time. I said we just got to build the foundation and get there gradually. But now that they're getting to this point, they're going to start hitting the ground running. And I'm so excited for you to see what they're going to do in the next few months. Before we play our final piece, I didn't get a chance to tell the violin class this, but I did tell my class about this. We have this very exciting opportunity. If you read the back of the program, you might see that there's a new date on there that I didn't have in the handbook. I entered a contest for our orchestra, and it was through, it's called Electrify Your Strings, and it's run by Mark Wood. And you might not know who Mark Wood is, but you might know who the Trans-Siberian Orchestra is. Do you? Okay. Mark Wood was one of the co-founders of Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and he loves to help kids really have fun and rock out on their instrument. So I applied. I said I want to do my full program, 6th through 12th grade. I want everybody involved, and we won the contest. So what that means, I had to fit it in. I had to check our calendar, make sure we could do it. He's going to be here on March 14th and 15th. March 14th, kids will probably get out of a couple classes of school because he'll work with all the middle schoolers together in the morning, all the high schoolers together in the afternoon. And then on Saturday, we have to have a whole dress rehearsal with them at the high school. And then we're going to have a rock concert for you guys. So on Saturday night, March 15th, there will be tickets. There will be a slight cost to them, but it will all go towards the orchestra, kids going on trips. It's just, I'm just so excited, I can't even tell you. And even with their little bit of experience, they're still going to be able to participate and jam out and have a great time. So please get that date, especially the Saturday date on your calendar, okay? Be looking for more information about that. Now, our final song, I kind of really stepped up there a little bit, and I'm like, I'm going to see if these kids can do this. Normally at this concert, I don't have them playing all on different parts. You might have noticed they're all playing the same music so far, right? Well, this piece that we're doing next, called Holiday Remix, we have 3 different parts going on at once. First violin, raise your hand, or your bow, so who you are. The second violins and the violas, raise your bows. That's the second group, and then the cellos and basses, raise your bows. So we have 3 different sections going on at once. They're playing different notes, but put it together and have an orchestra piece. I was going to try to conduct it, but they're just not quite ready for that. We do a lot of playing with them in this beginning part. So we found that it holds better together when I play with them. So I'm not going to be conducting on this one, but come back to the June concert, and I'm going to be conducting the entire part of the June concert. One more thing, I'm sorry. If you can make it, next Tuesday we have a 7th and 8th grade orchestra concert right here in this room. You'll get to hear what your pick can sound Thank you so much. They did a great job on that piece. That is not easy to do, to hold all those parts together. Hopefully you recognize those students as we went along the way. Please encourage your students to get those instruments out at home and practice. The more they do at home, the faster, the more we can get done in class. It's not enough to just do what we do in class. They need to hear themselves by themselves in their rooms at their own speed to get better and better. So ask them if they brought their instrument home. Encourage them to get their instrument home, practice, and they're just going to keep just flying on their instrument. Thank you so much. Have a good evening and be safe out there.